Hi everyone, and welcome back to Leaf Rants. The Leafs win 5-3 against the Tampa Bay Lightning, and all was well for the first 2.5 periods, and then But break it down. So going into the game, Austin Matthews and Matthew Knies, the Arizona duo, were activated off of IR and were placed onto the first line with William Nylander. Now Matthews played a lot in this game. I think he played like 20 minutes, which is crazy because he was a rust. Yeah, he played 20 minutes and 23 seconds. Knies played 19 minutes and 50 seconds. So almost 20 minutes for him too. That's insane. That's actually insane. Knies had a great night. Also, McMahon was placed on IR and Steves was sent down to make this happen. Alex Nylander was in this lineup, but I didn't see too much of him. I didn't notice him at all. Grabankin, didn't notice him at all either. Noticed Rants, noticed Dewar a couple times. Robertson, I noticed him a bit. I think he'll be gone. Minton had a great game. Really good play. So, Matthew Knies, coming back from IR, opens the scoring off a tip from a Chris Tanev shot. So Knies opens the scoring doing Matthew Knies things. Very nice. Then OEL makes a very bad play at the offensive blue line. Very bad play to try to get it to Robertson, but it doesn't. And Robertson has no back check in him. And Wall bails them out with a massive save. And Joseph Wall is just out here proving haters wrong. And I will rant about him at the end because he deserves it. But that's it for the first. Leaves exit. First period, 1-0. Honestly, a pretty good game for them. Then in the second, Chris Tanev snipes and makes it 2-0. His first as a Leaf. Honestly, this was a really good Tanev game. And then, like 30 seconds later, it was not long later. Nick Robertson scores. And he snipes the thing. And my feelings about Nick Robertson are very mixed, but man, does he have a crazy shot. Fraser Minton, though. Forget about Robertson for just a minute. We will come back to him because it was an amazing shot. Look at what Fraser Minton does on this play. He draws in defenders, a very veteran center move, a very John Tavares move. He draws in the defenders, which opens up the space for Nick Robertson to have that clear shot and gets a primary assist on it. That, ladies and gentlemen, is your third line center next season. And I say next season because I do think they need to make a move to get a better third line center this year, and I think Minton will really come into his own next season. And I think Cowan will make the team next year as well, and I think that'll be very exciting to watch. But Nick Robertson, he snipes the thing, and what a shot. And Nick Robertson, I'm on the trade Nick Robertson thing. Like, that's his second goal of the season. But you can tell he's just, like, he's out there and he does work very hard, but he boggles the puck a lot. And I just don't think he has a spot in the playoffs on this team. He's not a playoff player. And he's playing less than 11.5 minutes in the regular season when the Leafs are still injured as hell. And he had one shot this game? Oh, no, that's face-offs. Shots. 2 shots. He shot 2 times. 50% shooting rate. Wow, that's crazy. But yeah. I don't know. Still want to trade Robertson. Him plus a pick for a good third liner. Because the Leafs have a good first line, a good second line, a good fourth line, and no third line. And you need a third line in hockey. They have a great defensive group. OEL wasn't very good in this game. Like, at all. His worst game is Leaf. For sure. And he played 21.5 minutes. But, I mean, not exactly because he was playing good. But then, John Tavares, in just a sneaky little play, nasty backhand, beats Andrei Vasilevsky, and it's 4-0 Toronto, and we take it to the third. So the Leafs have played very good offensive, defensive hockey here, and they've just been solid all around. And then Jake McCabe doesn't come back for the third period. And Jake McCabe is one of the best defensemen on the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's a top 4 defenseman, and he's in an extremely important shutdown pairing with Chris Tanev. So Simone Benoit takes his place. And honestly, I kind of like that idea. And I think hopefully McCabe, they just took him out for maintenance. He took a puck to the what was it, the face or the neck? Hopefully it was just maintenance. I'm hoping. But if it's not, I think this gives Yanni Hockenpah a real shot of being tested with Morgan Riley to see if that works. And you can put OEL with Timmins on the third pairing, limit his minutes a little bit. Because OEL, he's been amazing this season, but he has been playing a lot of hockey. From this game, it started to show. And I'm not against OEL. This game hasn't turned me against him because I've seen the way he's played the rest of the season. But if you can get Yanni Hockenpah to play amazing hockey with Morgan Riley, like what Chris Tanev was supposed to be until he just really clicked with Jake McCabe in a shutdown role, like Luke Schenn was. If you can get Yanni Hockenpah to be the Luke Schenn to the Morgan Riley, and you can have an OEL Connor Timmins third pairing, and Benoit is your seventh defender. And I don't know, move him in for someone whenever you want. I don't know. I really like Benoit, so I'm happy with the defensive pairings. They've been well. OEL just had a bad game tonight. That happens. Whatever. They've been solid, especially missing the entire forward group pretty much. Then Smart makes it for the defensive zone turnover. And then, I don't even know who turned it over there. It's a pass from Radish. I don't know. Then Jake Gensel scores when they pull their goalie. It goes off of Connor Timmins' skate and in, and it's 4-2. Then they pull their goalie. And Oliver Ekman-Larsson takes a penalty for, I forget what it was for, actually. Let's see. Cross-checking Anthony Cirelli. And then he gets drilled. Absolutely laid out. And he gets the only penalty for that because, it was a penalty. Careless penalty. But, then Cam Atkinson scores on the play. And then William Nylander gets the empty netter. Boom, boom, boom. Overall, good game for the Leafs. Now let's talk about Joseph Woll, the Wolly Mammoth. He's back, and he's here. In his past 5 starts, he stopped 138 of 147 new empty netters. So I guess 138 and 145, which is a 1.79 GAA and a 939 save percentage. Other than a couple shaky starts after coming back from injury, which you can expect, Joseph Woll has been exactly what we thought he would be. He has been amazing. And we have this tandem of Joseph Woll and Anthony Stolarz, and that's our tandem next year. And this is the best goalie tandem the Leafs have ever had in my lifetime. And they had Anderson Campbell, and they were really good as Leafs, but not at the same time. Who else is in my lifetime? Garrett Sparks, McElhinney. This is the best tandem the Leafs have had in a while. But tonight's game, Rusty Poppy, welcome back. Nyes owns the Lightning still. He continues to own them for the rest of his life. Good sticks tonight in the penalty kill, especially on that first penalty kill. Robertson breaks a slump, and Joseph Woll is amazing. Tanev signing is really looking good. The Leafs own Andrei Vasilevskiy and the Lightning. Not just the Lightning, but Andrei Vasilevskiy specifically. They have a safe lead in the division for now, and it was a good bounce-back win from against Florida the other night. I was really happy with this game. I thought it was a good game. They almost blew a 4-goal lead, but they didn't. And that penalty call at the end was a little whatever. Defense, I've seen a lot of people being like, oh, I didn't realize how shallow we are on defense until we lost Jake McCabe. Yeah, because Jake McCabe is a very good defenseman. What? What do you mean you didn't realize how shallow we were on defense until we lost McCabe? No, McCabe is just really good. It's hard losing one of your best defenders. What, Jake McCabe's the second or third, tied for second best defenseman on the team with probably Tanev? It's Riley, McCabe, Tanev, that pairing, honestly. And then what, OEL, Benoit, Timmins, Hockenpah? That's your top 7? And the bottom 3 kind of cycle each other every once in a while, although Timmins has been really good. But yeah, when you lose your second best defenseman, obviously it's going to have a hole on your defensive impact, especially when you have to bring up your 5th or 6th defenseman to play that top 4 role. And you're OEL, who's your I guess, fourth best defenseman if Tanev and McCabe are 2, tied for 2, so they'd take up the 2 and 3. So your fourth best defenseman, OEL, has had a horrible night tonight where he's really been solid all year. So yeah, they had one bad defensive game in the third period. Let's move past it. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please click like. If you really liked it, click and subscribe. It makes me feel pretty good. So yeah, they win. And the Wolly Mammoth back. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise.